Malcolm and Marcus plus you reborn. Call me Chad X, new Black Panther. With a race fist, I resist racist oppression, injustice. Mark my words, I won't quit. Never give up till we get justice.
What's up, everybody? This your boy C has some motivated minds. While it seems like most people was focusing on this foolishness, a lot of people missed out on this.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. It seems every time I do something and I break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
That's kind of tough to watch, but there's more.
I'm tired of hearing that my entire career, 20 plus years in the game, and I hear the same thing, and I see what you do for another production, and when it's time for us to go to bed, you don't have any money. They play in your face.
Because we see the lights, camera, action.
And then they tell me we don't translate overseas.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing that my entire career, 20 plus years in the game, and I hear the same thing, and I see what you do for another production, and when it's time for us to go to bed, you don't have any money. They play in your face. And I'm just supposed to smile and grin and bear it and just keep, like, enough is enough.
She's talking about the industry and how she has to work twice as hard as her white counterparts, and she's not seen in the same light, nor is she compensated the same. She talked about when it comes to going overseas, there's always an excuse and the money is not there. But yet when it comes to others, there is no excuse and they get paid. But she's talking about how the black actresses constantly have to struggle and fight. Now, does that sound familiar? It should.
The inequality of pay. Because a lot of the women who've stepped forward, and I stand in solidarity with them, okay? What they're getting paid, which is half of what a man is getting paid, well, we get probably a tenth of what a Caucasian woman gets. And I'm number one on the call sheet. And then I have to go in and I have to hustle for my worth. That's what I feel like I'm doing when I demand what I feel. Listen, I got the Oscar, I got the Emmy, I got the 2 Tonys. I've done Broadway, I've done off-Broadway, I've done TV, film, I've done all of it. I have a career that's probably comparable to Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, Sigourney Weaver. They all came out of Yale. They came out of Juilliard. They came out of NYU. They had the same path as me, yet I am nowhere near them. Not as far as money, not as far as job opportunities, nowhere close to it. But I have to get on that phone and people say, you're a black Meryl Streep. There is no one like you. Okay, then if there's no one like me, you think I'm that, you pay me what I'm worth. You give me what I'm worth.
That was a couple years ago. And here it is, 2023. Taraji P. Henson is talking about the same thing. But Viola Davis wasn't the only one that talked about it back then. Somebody else talked about it, but people called her crazy.
So Tyler Perry says to me, listen, you may really want to consider promoting this film, because if you get nominated for an Oscar award, your next film is $3 to $5 million. And if you win it, your next film is $6 to $8 million. I said, Tyler, who you talking to? I'm a black woman. Where do they pay those type of salaries, brother? I said, what I cannot do, Tyler, is work for free. I've done what I was supposed to do. I cannot go overseas and do this for free, Tyler. So then he goes on about his spiel, you know. I said, well, listen, you can write me the check for me to go overseas. I don't care where the money comes from, but I'm not going to do it for free.
There's Monique talking about the same thing. Do y'all remember when Monique was going to do the Netflix special? and they were trying to lowball her, and she refused it. Everybody thought she was crazy. Y'all remember that? Everybody turned against Monique, but at the end of the day, Monique was right. In another interview, Monique said, "So when you first come into this place and you see the money you're going to make, it's more money than you ever known anybody to make that you hang around. But once you actually get into the business and you begin to realize how much money is being made and how much money you're being paid, that's a huge gap. So when you see this list of these 10 white actresses," so basically she starts talking about how white actresses make a certain amount of money. But then she says, and they deserve it because they're bringing in the numbers. But then she says, well, what's the difference between them and Viola Davis? Because Viola Davis is bringing in the numbers as well. And she said, well, what's the difference between them and Taraji P. Henson? Because Taraji P. Henson is bringing in the numbers as well. I think that it's very important that Monique spoke on that, not only for her peers, but for those coming behind her. And I just kind of look at it like this. Some of our parents, because those of us a certain age, and our grandparents and great-grandparents and our predecessors did what they did. And I know we like to talk about the civil rights movement, but even those who fought to end slavery and all that stuff and fight for the rights that we have, they did that so that we can have what we have now. So we have Viola Davis and Monique, who are two seasoned actresses that are speaking about the inequality, in the pay and all of this stuff, not only for themselves, but for those coming behind them. And I'm not saying that Taraji P. Henson isn't seasoned, because she is. Viola Davis and Monique just have more experience, I should say, or they have more time in. So I'll put it like that. But I think that's crucial, right? And let me show you why.
Yeah.
And if I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the fuck am I doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel that passion? Can y'all feel it? So I started this off saying that most people focus on this whole Diddy, TD, Jakes bullcrap. And that's really what it is to me. And to me, that's not important. What Viola Davis, Monique, and what Taraji P. Henson is talking about, that stuff is important, because those are the things that we see in everyday life. How many people on their jobs, black women and men, but we're talking about women right now, how many of y'all on your jobs are working twice as hard as your counterparts, and you're not getting the recognition? You're getting passed over for promotion. You're doing the exact same job and more, and you're not getting the same pay, even though you're working 3 times as hard. That's the stuff that affects me in everyday life. That's the stuff that I see. And that's why I can't look at that crap that's going on with Diddy and all this other bull crap, and all the drama stuff, that people are focused on, that the media, in my opinion, bombards us with, right? And we don't get the important stuff. So anyway, hey, this your boy CS Motivated Minds. Hey, I just want y'all to think about it.
Malcolm and Marcus was you reborn. Call me Chad X, new Black Panther. With a raised fist, I resist racist oppression, injustice. Mark my words, I won't quit. Never give up till we get justice.